What's up, nation? Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. It is every bit of like 3 o'clock. Can't go back to sleep. So I thought I can just talk about this Jamal Adams situation. We dodged the bullet. They wanted a king's ransom for him. Shout out to the Jets, though. They got a good situation. McDougald is not that bad of a football player, and I think that he can do some of the things that Jamal Adams was able to do. Not at the same level, but I think he can cover out in space. I really think that the multiple draft picks that they got in return will benefit their particular organization to help out that young quarterback and beyond. So it's a good situation. Now, here's the thing with the Jets. It's all or nothing for them. They going all the way in. They look like, or they seem to think that they got a Super Bowl ready roster. Remember, people were saying if Jamal Adams go to the Dallas Cowboys, then it's a shoe-in to the Super Bowl. Let me repeat, if Jamal Adams goes to the Dallas Cowboys, it'll be a shoe-in to the Super Bowl, right? So now when you look at it, when you really look at it, the Seattle Seahawks, we play them, what, week 3 or week 4? You guys can comment down below what week we play them or what have you. We will see how formidable that team is because they got a generational, transcending type of quarterback. Remember that storyline that I had a few weeks ago saying that people are coming out saying that this guy's a generational, transcending type of quarterback. And I'm talking about number 3, Russell Wilson, for their particular team. They got an outstanding guy that will be in his second year, Metcalf. The guy's huge, big, physical receiver. They played him inside, immediately mismatch, what have you. And they are a run-first team. They like to run the rock. And the best way to be a run-first team, believe it or not, is to run the rock and play sound defense. Defense been top 10 for the longest. Legion of Boom, that's what everybody call them. So they now have Jamal paired up or matched up or married with, I think they still have Diggs. So that's a good interior secondary, if we can say that. So time will tell it all, you know. And of course, the Griffin kid over there, he's balling out. He ball out every year, basically. So time will tell it all, right? Time will tell it all. Now, going over the Dallas Cowboys, right? Everybody need to know about this team, right? My thing is, yes, Jamal would have been a great asset to this team. But at the cost, I don't think that would be the right avenue. And especially for those who out there saying that, like, hey, the Dallas Cowboys should have traded Dak Prescott and gave up an Xavier Woods to get a Jamal Adams. Or Dak Prescott, I've seen people say Dak Prescott and give up a Michael Gallup and give them a second or a third round draft pick. Those people live in a land that we don't know of, right? and trust me, the Jets probably looking at it like, hey, they already got their generational quarterback. He just need him time to grow, right? They can look at it that way, right? They can look at it in that way. Why would you have Dak Prescott and their quarterback, you know? We will see what that quarterback turn out to be within 4 years or what have you. I do know that, you know, they got a win on us, a W on us, but I think that he said he saw ghosts when he played against the Patriots. And that's a crazy thing because you normally do not come back from those type of avenues of thinking that you're seeing ghosts and all of a sudden you're going to be this generational quarterback. Who knows? But I can tell you that the optics of it and the chances of it are slim. It is. So when we talk about the Dallas Cowboys, of course, everybody going to look at, well, this defense really let us down last year. This defense, we really didn't have playmakers. This is a whole different defense. By scheme alone, when we was listening to George Aloka, he was on the late night hype show. You know, we got to hype that thing up, right? But I will say this with George Aloka. He said with George Edwards' system, the Dallas Cowboys, when they play, now that they got George Edwards, what he used to do in Minnesota, at least send one. So now that I'm looking at the Dallas Cowboys system of defense, these younger guys, they already coming out saying, well, some of the new guys and some of the people that already played on this team already talking about they love the philosophy and the scheme for the defense. Because this defense now will allow some of these guys to shine. It will. It will allow some of the guys to shine because they're going to at least send one. Who's the one person that they're going to send? We don't know. That's why I love it, because one day you can look at it and say, okay, oh, Anthony Brown, he's going to be streaming off the edge, climbing up to the inside, and then getting to the quarterback. Or it could be my dog, J-Lo, or Ha-Ha Clinton Dix. Now, I would prefer Ha-Ha Clinton Dix to play on the outside, but people know what I'm talking about, right? It's always being able to manipulate the situation to play to your favors. And on top of that, is to keep the opposition or to keep the opposing team, the offensive side of the ball, thinking, okay, who's coming, who's going? And on top of that, we got to take advantage when we play those younger quarterbacks to put a little heat on them. Forces them to pass the ball quicker than what they anticipate. And that's what you do. And that's how you get turnovers and takeaways. Even talking about the Carson Wentz that we play 2 times out of a year. You take away his first read, he normally hesitant, he holds on to the ball, and he plays basketball with the football. He likes to dribble that thing. Bumbalaya, that's what he got, basically. So we look at all of those things, and we got to take advantages of those type of situations. And I really do believe that this Dallas Cowboys team is heading down those directions. Defense that take the ball away. I've seen some of my dogs post earlier. Dog Big Game James, Scott Walker still. I think he had somebody to call into his show, and somebody said, hey, is Diggs better than a Byron Jones? And my thing is, no, he's not better than Byron Jones. That's what Scott was saying as well. No, he's not better than a Byron Jones. But the thing is, we don't need him to be better. We just need him to take the ball away, turnovers. We need for him to not give up multiple big plays. We need for him to play with confidence. We need those guys to play on one accord. And that goes through training, that goes through philosophy, schemes, and things like that. And I really think that it can happen with new philosophy, even if, and this is not even a reach when I say this, even if we still had Byron Get Down Jones, I think that in this particular system, opposed to what we did last year, what have you, and beyond, is that even in this particular system, I think that he would have flourished. I think that he would have been a guy that would have been able to showcase his skill set. Remember, and like I say, remember, he have not been playing cornerback for a long periods of time. Literally, he got moved to cornerback in 2018. That year alone we saw some more promises. Before that time frame, when he was drafted with the Dallas Cowboys back in 2015 or what have you, they had the guy playing slot safety. Those were his 2 positionings there, and we saw some growth in those spots as it relates to him playing deep down inside, one-on-one, mano-a-mano against the tight end. It's just that this coaching staff, they went back and forward and tried to keep him at safety. And we know what happened with that, right? But that's water under the bridge. He's going to another different element, a different team, right? So, but when we start talking about this particular system, the Dallas Cowboys and how we're going to operate on defense, y'all know that I don't like defense. I love defense. And when you start to think about what we're going to do now that we got the big boys up front, now that's going to demand at least double team action, and you could try to say, okay, I'm going to give some one-on-one action. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk out there, and we just going to get some one-on-one to the inside. Okay. Watch how all of a sudden that pocket cave in, and the quarterback's going to be yelling at the offensive coordinator or the head coach saying, hey, I don't have no room. I have no throwing lane or pocket to step up in. The worst thing you can take away, or the best thing you can take away from a quarterback, is that pocket. Being comfortable to step up through his throw, forcing him to run to the opposite side or the opposing side. And for the first 3 quarterbacks, maybe the 4 quarterbacks that we play this year, we got to be on par. We got to be to the point. We got to get Goff off his spot, off his marker, forces him to throw unnecessary passes and causes turnovers and takeaways. And we got to do the same thing for Matt Ryan. Remember this. As much as I laugh and I joke about Matt Ryan, and they call him Matty Ice, and I just say, man, this guy's like Matty what? Slush, because that ice is melting right when it gets to the 3rd and 4th quarter. But what I will say this, the brother, for the first few weeks, he's always ready. He's ready. So we got to combat against it. We got to get him off his marker. And then when we face, I think, the Seattle Seahawks or even Baker Mayfield. Remember, Baker Mayfield, he got some weapons to throw the ball too. Defense looking stout over there. And most of the time, quarterbacks start showing some of their promise when they get into the 3rd and 4th year. So we got to worry about all of those things. So our defense got to be ready, and I think they will. But, time will tell it all, Cowboy Nation. We going to be all right. But shout out to the Seahawks for getting Jamal Adams. They gave up a king's ransom to go grab him. So they should be a shoe-in for the Super Bowl for them, right? They should be feeling all of that good stuff, all of those praises and all of those glories and adulations from the 4-Ladder Network and beyond, right? They should be going right into the Super Bowl. All of this stuff to me is good because guess what? That makes us fly under the radar, even if that's possible, which I could really doubt. But that allows us to creep right on into this thing. They don't have to talk about our defense. They don't have to talk about our offense. Let us quietly, like the quiet storm, win our race our way. Everybody down in our quarterback, I like it. I love it. Everybody down in our defense, no continuity, no consistency. I love it. So now we can sneak, give them the jabs, give them another jab, and then punch them in the mouths, right? Leave everybody with the raggedy tooth. All right, nation. I really appreciate everybody for watching this video. If you like this content, only if you like it, hit that like button, right? Subscribe to this page, share this thing. I'm on multiple platforms. Hit me up. I'm everywhere. Shout out to Fan to Fan Network. Check out that work that I'm going to be doing on their website. We're going to get this thing going the best way possible. I do know it's super late at night. It's like, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning right now. I forgot to keep up the time, When you got a little ones, you got to, they cough, they roll around, they get hungry and all those things at night. And you just got to figure out ways to, get them comfortable, to get them to go to sleep and things like that. But nevertheless, I really appreciate you all. I really thank you all. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button again. Share this content. That's the best thing you can do, actually. Share it, share it, share it, share it, share it in its care, right? Shout out to Beer Gang Nation as well. We've grown our beers bigger and better than anybody else out here. Shout out to all of the Beer Gang Nation. Really appreciate those that's out there. And shout out to my dog, man, Choice Bolton, man. Like I said, all money is not good money, but he got good money chips. Check out his page on Instagram. If you play dominoes, man, I'm telling you, we got a new way of keeping score. So check him out, Choice Bolton. The information will be in the description box. And let's continue to grind and shine. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, Cowboys. Don't worry about everything else. We're going to be all right, baby? We're going to be all right. Don't worry about what the other teams are doing out there. As long as we holding ours down, everything